What up, HyperChange? Welcome to another episode. Today we're talking flamethrowers. Yep, I went crazy. I bought 6 more of Elon Musk's limited edition Boring Company flamethrowers, bringing my total to 8. Why would I do this? Am I totally insane? Yes, probably, but I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity. You know, I'm a huge Elon Musk fan, so probably buying into it a little bit because of the hype, so fair warning. I don't know, I bought the first 2, I made the video, I've been talking to my friends. The reaction that I get has just been so crazy of like, wow, you bought a flamethrower? Like, what? Elon Musk is selling flamethrowers? I never thought he'd actually do that. This is gonna be an incredible moment in culture to capture, and it's, you know, they put these on sale like 2 days ago. As I'm making this video, 17,500 of the 20,000 total flamethrowers have already been sold. They're gonna sell out within like 3 days. This is gonna raise $10 million for Elon Musk's Boring Company. I mean, the crowdfunding strategy they are pioneering here is beyond genius. They originally sold 50,000 of these hats for 20 bucks a pop each. That raised them $1 million. Now they're selling 20,000 flamethrowers for 500 bucks a pop each. That's raising them $10 million. So they're literally step functioning up how much money they're raising with each one of these product launches. I can't think we've seen anything like this ever. And part of the reason is because it's never been possible before without the internet, without having someone like Elon Musk at the helm of a company. It would be impossible to pull this off. But this is an incredibly fascinating case study in how businesses can raise money in the new digital era. You know, I've been in the sneaker game for 10 years, collecting sneakers, flipping them. I did that before stocks, and I feel like my gut sneaker flipper inside of me said that this flamethrower is gonna be the best flip and investment like ever. It's limited, it's like Bitcoin, the supply is capped at 20,000. And you know, Elon Musk has such a tidal wave of a brand. The guy has 23 million followers on Twitter and Instagram. This guy's as big as Gucci, Versace, Jordan, Nike, Supreme, Adidas, Reebok. He has that kind of brand weight, and those brands have multi-million-dollar merch collectible limited edition resale markets. So it's really not that crazy for me to think Elon Musk has enough brand pull to make a multi-million-dollar collectible market out of these niche products, especially with something as crazy as a freaking flamethrower. Then someone tweeted like, look at the Boring Company hats. They're already going for 100 to 300 bucks on eBay. And I was like, holy shit. If you guys remember, I bought 10 of these, like 10 more of these as an investment because I think they're limited edition, they're gonna go up in value. So then I was like, okay, I gotta crunch the numbers myself. I went to eBay, typed in Boring Company hat. I took the price of the first 21 hats that I found, put it in this Google Doc, which I'm gonna link to. You know, I have screenshots of all of the hats and all the data so you guys can verify this. There was some hats that were selling for best offer, some were selling for auction, some were selling for buy it now. So I broke those down so you could see the different averages. And then I just averaged those together and got an average selling price on eBay of the Boring Company hat of $151.16. I did this at like 3:30 last night in the morning. That's why I'm like kind of tired right now and out of it. I don't know, I was just like super into it, doing my research. Like I just couldn't sleep because I was so excited about this data. Because $151 per Boring Company hat is an increase of 656% from the average selling price of $20. And this only sold out like a month or 2 ago. So literally in a month or 2, the price of this Boring Company hat has gone from 20 to 151, a 7.5 times increase, a 656% increase in 2 months. On an annualized basis, this is like thousands of percent return. This is dwarfing any asset. This is making Bitcoin almost look like a joke. The returns are just phenomenal because the supply is fixed and the demand is massive, and Elon Musk's brand is so much bigger than people realize. This is my hard data. When I saw the data for the hats, I said, man, the flamethrowers, sure, there's 20,000 of them and they're a little more expensive, so maybe a little bit bigger of a market, but it's just such a crazy product. Like I can see this being a collectible that every tech nerd is gonna want in their house. Like, yup, I got my flamethrower. In 5 to 10 years, this is just gonna be an incredible piece of history. It's how the Boring Company pioneered a new crowdfunding strategy. Beyond that, the Boring Company is actually a cause that I believe in. I think that's what's so crazy about this too. Like we live in a world that's so fragmented. Like there's all these amazing private companies like Lyft, Airbnb, Impossible Foods, I don't know, I could go on forever, like Robinhood, Kickstarter, like all these amazing little cool startups, you know, the Boring Company, but I can't invest in them, which is super frustrating because they never go public. But now the Boring Company is in a weird way letting us invest in them by selling these limited edition products, because I think the value of these products will be tied to the success of both the Boring Company in the long term and of Elon Musk. And those are two things I'm incredibly bullish on. This is such a unique moment in history industry. And yes, it's new, and everyone thinks I'm so crazy that I told this to, and that's why I think it's gonna work. It's so contrarian. Nobody else sees how crystal clear this is to me, that this is gonna be an incredible investment that's tied to Elon Musk's legacy, which is like the thing that I wanna bet on. The other thing is, I kinda wanted to make a splash with this video because I figured like if I buy 8 flamethrowers, like this is gonna get a lot of views, so it's part of a marketing stunt. I'm giving away Flamethrower to you guys, to the HyperChangers. If this video gets 50,000 views, which I feel like is possible, I will give away a free Flamethrower to whoever shares this video in the most creative way. You don't have to generate the most traction, but just tag me, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, tweet the link to this video, tag HyperChange in it, and you will be entered in the contest to win a free Flamethrower. And if you come in second place and you don't win, I will give you a runner-up prize, which is gonna be a HyperChange hat. But the point is, if this video gets 50,000 views, I'm giving out a free Flamethrower. We will see what happens to this. My personal opinion is that the return of the Flamethrower from today on will dwarf any asset in the next 1 to 2 years. Bitcoin, Ethereum, any type of altcoin, any stock, Tesla, any of the world's leading hedge funds, any of the world's leading mutual funds, Warren Buffett, Amazon stock. I think all the returns of those assets are going to fall by the wayside to the collectible limited edition Boring Company Flamethrower. I understand that that's an absurd claim. And like what I'm saying about why I think this is such a cool little thing is, man, I'm all about the little guy. I'm all about small investors, like being able to take on Wall Street and crushing them with returns and not being at the whim of guys in suits. And so the Flamethrower is that to me. This is an asset that you don't need millions of dollars to buy, that anybody has a fair shot at getting with the internet. But yet it's an investment that could out-return any product that Wall Street is selling. That's kind of why I want to do this also. Like, it's a crazy case study in real time of someone who has no access to Wall Street or financials, but uses the internet and kind of just creativity to figure out a hustle that produces astronomically higher returns than anything that is the norm in the traditional investing world. And so if I can prove that with this real world case study we're doing right now, maybe it'll flop. The Flamethrowers get banned. Nobody wants them. They're selling for 50 bucks on eBay. If you can even sell it, I lose a ton of money. That would be a disaster. Or I make a ton of money, crush the returns of Wall Street, have documented it along the way. I don't know. I think this is a crazy experiment that I wanted to try. So share this video. Enter your shot to get your own Flamethrower. 50,000 views is not that hard. I think we can do it. What a time to be alive. I sold a bunch of my Bitcoin to fund HyperChange. This YouTube channel had a few months runway, was all stoked about that, and then now the Flamethrower comes out, and I was like, God damn it, I have to buy 8 Flamethrowers. And so then I spent like half my Bitcoin profits, which I was saving, into the Flamethrower. Is that probably really risky? Yes. Does that mean I might have to end up working at 7-Eleven or as a barista much sooner than I had anticipated? Yes, but that's a risk I'm willing to take because I think this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Would love to know what you guys think in the comments. Did I totally lose it, or is this just gonna be an epic experiment on the HyperChange channel? You tell me. Share this video. I really want this to hit 50,000 views so I can give somebody a Flamethrower for free. This is HyperChange, taking it to the next level. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.